All right, one problem with the Swiftest dispensers is that sometimes the trigger breaks, and no matter how you squeeze this, nothing comes out because the internal mechanism is broken. And what happens is, just a close-up here, is this pin is inside of the mechanism, and this blue attachment holds onto it. But there is actually, on the blue, there's a little bit of a knob originally, but it wears out pretty quickly. And so what happens is this thing just comes apart. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this and we're going to put a piece of metal all the way through this blue, through the clear that's already got a hole in it, and into the other side of the blue, so that there's actually a pin that holds it placed, not just a little plastic knob. Okay, so this is the demonstration of how to do that. First thing you need to do is open up your dispenser. So there's a screw on the top where you have to undo it, and then there's a screw on the bottom. You can do this first, actually, if you wanted to. Take the cover off, and then go ahead and take out your the reagent. And good idea, if you have an extra cap, to go ahead and just cap it up so that it doesn't get any more humidity inside of it. And now I've already got the screws out, and so now I'm just going to separate these and move them to the side. So here's the main arm that needs to come off. And so if you look closely, even at mine here, there's a lot of liquid inside of it because the humidity has been built up. So cleaning that out is going to be another video. So you're going to have to just take it apart, and then you're going to also have to take off the rubber band. Okay, and then carefully slide this out. Now, you will see that this thing is clogged. Okay, and that's because there's just humidity has gotten inside of it. But first things first, let's solve this pin problem. Okay, so this is the pin that falls apart. Now, there's no need to do anything with it right now. This pin actually is working. I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of it so it never can fall apart. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a lighter of some sort. This is a lot bigger than you need, but it'll surely work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up until it glows red. And what I mean is the paperclip glows red. And then I'm going to push it through. And when I push it through, I'm going to push it through both the blue and also the clear. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time for it to get nice and hot. As long as it's not so hot that you can't touch it, you're going to be okay. Okay, now it's getting pretty hot. I think it's going to be enough, and I'm quickly going to drive it through. Now, finding that hole can be hard, as I just found out. Okay, I pushed it all the way down that I could. Now, the next thing that I'm going to need is a pair of snips. These are not great. If you had snips where the cutting blade is right here, it'd be a lot easier. So what I'm going to have to do is get down there as closely as I can, but it may not be great. Okay, now you still see that there's a part that's kind of hanging out there. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do now is just grab it and squeeze it all the way in that I can. Okay, it's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but it is going to work. Okay, all right, now I do want to make sure that it is going to work, so I'm going to push it in. And if you look at this major piece here, it's hard to see in the video, but there's some kind of grooves in it. So I need to make sure that I pushed it in far enough, that wire in far enough that it doesn't hit those grooves. And so it does move all the way through. Okay, so I don't know if you can see in the video, but it's actually really sticky right now. And the reason being is there's just so much liquid and humidity in there. So this would be a good place to get like toilet paper or something that's really absorbent, but not wet. So I have a Kleenex. I'm just going to try to wipe it down, make sure that it's good as possible. And then I'm going to take a small screwdriver and I'm going to run that through. Now this screwdriver is actually too large. So if you had a smaller screwdriver, that would be great. Otherwise, you could also use the end of the paper clip to push it all the way through. But basically, you just need that hole to be clear of all of the reagent that was in there. Again, want to make sure that there's no reagent on the inside here. And then I want to also clean out any reagent that's on the inside of the major piece, okay? And now, ideally, you're going to also have a Q-tip with you. Now the Q-tip is really nice because then you can actually use it to go down through here and just clean out any parts at all. Any liquid that's inside. Clean out all the parts. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together. And of course, you gotta remember which way is which because actually both sides look like they work fine, but it's this closer side. Again, you want to make sure that the pin allows you to push that blue knob all the way inside, okay? Now, I did forget, there's some liquid inside of here. So again, I'm going to get my Q-tip out and I'm going to clean this out really good because this will be my problem. And just look at that, all of the junk that's on there. Just because I haven't used this tool in a long time and it's been sitting in a humid laboratory or office, okay? So go ahead, try to get all of the liquid out. Now, again, I'm gonna put it back together. Oops, put it back together this way. All right, then I'm gonna put my rubber band on. Now, there's two ways of putting the rubber band on. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it a little bit the harder way, all the way around. I could have also put it on another way, but this way works. So one at a time is a good idea. And you basically, but you do need to make sure that both are on there. As you can tell, it's a little bit of a fight to get it on. There are grooves, so try to make sure that the rubber band fits within the grooves and kind of like this. Okay, so all the way around, it's back in the grooves. Then I'm going to go ahead and put it back in. So you see there's two pieces. It doesn't matter which side you want to use because they're identical. The only thing is you might want to use this side only because this is the screw side, the screw hole side. So if you use this side, it's a little bit easier. So all I'm gonna do is line up the pins. There's a pin up there on the arm, and then there are pins here behind. Excuse me, let me show you. There's these pins, and I say pins, but this is a pin and two holes. So you've got holes there. You wanna line it up, and then you wanna push it together. Of course, when I'm videoing, this is a lot harder than it should be. And then even before you close it up, hold on to it and just make sure that it seems to be working okay. All right, should be kind of tight, but not immovable. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together. Snaps in place. Now I'm gonna go ahead and screw it in. Okay, then take this lid back off, go ahead and put the reagent back inside. Make sure it's nice and tight. Put the cover on, make sure that I had the total chlorine before, and now I'm doing the total chlorine again. Okay, and it's ready. And then if I dispense it, hopefully you can see that it's gonna come right on out, okay?